Hello and welcome to this video. Today I'm going to talk about this game, Silent Hill for the original PlayStation 1, and this game had a huge impact on me and how I got into gaming. This is my old ass PlayStation. Bought it, I can't remember when we bought it because I was very young, and yeah, I sticked my name on it. Simon is my brother, and that was I had some Atari systems back when I was 8 or 7 years old, and we had a Sega Saturn, and we got the PlayStation, and my parents got divorced, and my father moved out and moved into a friend's house, and I visited him in the weekends, and we used to go to Blockbuster every Friday to rent some games and movies, and one of the games we rented was this one, Silent Hill. My dad is a huge fan of these kind of games, and even today he still plays them. And we bought this, rented this game, and I was 10 years old, and I remember this clear as day. He lived in a basement for a while, and sorry, my chair fucked up. Fail. He lived in a basement for a while, and we decided to play this at midnight, and I remember I sat and waited it for it to be midnight, because back then I was not allowed to be up that late, but that day he said it was alright to stay up. So we stayed up to midnight and started to play this, and though I don't recall much of how I reacted to stuff and so on, I remember I spent a lot of the night under my pillow, and I was scared shitless, but it actually started to give me that feeling that games were just more than just racing around in Crash Bandicoot or play fighting games and stuff. It was kind of unique for me to, well, you can say, get into a story I didn't understand. But I remember some stuff. I remember how we spent hours on the piano part in the school, and how we hated walking around and get attacked by those flying fucks in the start of the game. And my favorite part was the school part. I always played this game just for the school part. That's it's when it goes to the hell other world. It's like a fucking dream coming through. Walking around in a school filled with monsters and in a hell theme, and it was kind of unique for me to experience a game in that way. And the years get by. I did not play this on myself after that weekend 10 years ago, but I when I was around 12, I got this game and I played it through. I did not understand the story, did not understand the concept. I just walked around and remembered what we did and used walkthroughs. And still today I keep playing this game. I completed it last year, and I tend to complete it very soon with a friend, because it was a game I used to play with my friends. I've always been the host when we were going to do something, me and my friends. It was at my house, because I had all the games. I had all the ideas, so I often put in horror games like this one or Project Zero, like I told in the party episode, and we just sat and played it. I even made a movie based on this game when I was 12 years old. Made where I lived, where I copied some of the stuff, not entirely, but some of the basic stuff, and made a movie out of it. I really like this game. I keep making reference to this game every time I hear something related to it. I actually made a story on it in a Danish class when I was 14, I think, and I got we're not going on grades like A and B, C. We go on numbers from 0.3 to 13, and 13 is the highest. I guess that's A++, and it got an 11. So and we don't count 12 in, so it's A, I guess. And the teacher was very impressed. I did not copy the story. I copied some parts of the story, and yeah, they loved it, and I keep making reference to it when I make stories and stuff. It's a very important game for me. I'm not a huge fan of Silent Hill 2. I know many people consider that the best game, and well, sometimes I must agree on what people say about the second game, but I still prefer this one. Silent Hill 3 was alright. The room was unique. It was interesting, but yeah, I did not dig it much. Silent Hill Origins. It had the Silent Hill thing, you know, but it was nothing special. And right now I'm playing Silent Hill Shattered Memories on the PSP, and so far I'm liking it. I played it on the Wii a few months ago, and it was alright, but not a huge fan of it. But I heard for some people it's good, so I will keep playing through it. And then there is this game. This is a disgrace to the Silent Hill name. Actually, they could have done this. Just call it Homecoming, because it had literally nothing to do with Silent Hill. Well, the theme was kind of Silent Hill related, and there was some elements from the Silent Hill franchise, but I was not a huge fan of it. I did not like. It had the Silent Hill thing, as I said, but it was not something special like the other games. And now they're making a new one, Downpour, and it's coming out later this year. I actually think it's Q4, and I'm very excited. I hope they finally can make it at least a good Xbox/PlayStation 3 game. But yeah, Silent Hill, great game for me. It started my interest in games. That games was just more than Mario jumping on enemies and fighting in it. Fighting games. It was also stories that made them unique, and this game, yeah. Well, that's my quite short video, I think. In a few days I will make, as I told you in the top 10 party video, I will make my monthly pickups, what I picked up this month of January, and I'll make a segment called Games I Beat. I had a thing going last year where I wrote down the games I beat, and just for the fun, and I'm doing it this year. So I'm going to tell you what games I beat this year and what games I beat last year in January, and I'll do that in a couple of months coming on. And I expect that video will be up in 2 or 3 days, and the monthly pickup videos will be up in 2 days, I think. But that's all for me, and I just have to say thank you for watching, and Silent Hill is awesome.